Good afternoon, everybody. It is that time once again. Actually, it's a bit later than that time. I apologize. Hey, Karis. Hey, Davey. Verse, Master. Robert, Guy, Moon, good to see you guys. Hey, Loudest. Hey, James. Nugget. And no worries. Let me take my meds here, Davey. Let me just go ahead and knock those back. Actually need a whole bunch of water. I don't know about you guys, but in the summer, I always wake up with an incredibly dry mouth. Like, no matter how much water I drink before I go to bed, I just wake up incredibly dehydrated. And it is the most annoying thing to wake up to. Ah, there we go. Ooh. Actually, I think I'm just gonna down the rest of this water as soon as I hit this elevator. And speaking of elevators, James, I saw that. That is the most exciting thing they could put in. Hey, Julio. Yeah, Virgil, like, that's the thing. Like, I always wake up feeling like I get them ET lips no matter how much water I knock back. Ooh, speaking of, my character could use a burrito. Also, did you see that they've got the thing in the leaks where you can buy multiple things of food? Aw, ghost burrito. I ain't on a diet. Give me a real burrito. Hey, commentator, welcome back, man. Alright, there we go. Totally not gonna lose this kitty cat armor on Microtech.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
Yeah, James, I think we're gonna be able to buy food via kiosk. Alright, we're gonna test this with the C2.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Why not? So, I had this harebrained idea the other day. But I think I know why ships get blown around so much, and it's because when they're on the ground, the only thing that actually works is the upward thrusters. And I'm wondering if you just park in the air and, you know, just like 10 feet off the ground, if the ship will be fine. Like, if you can just use the thrusters to counteract the wind. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna try that. Now, Karis, when you say you belly flopped, are we talking like a person belly or a ship belly? Because I feel like one of those is a bit more expensive than the other. And hey, Reckless. And yeah, Kai, like, I actually want to be able to trade in something smaller than this. Oh yeah, Bo, we'll be getting in and out of the ship. Also, Christian, gotta check. Good to see you guys.
A journey worth taking. Systems on.
Let's get some fuel while I'm here, though. Where's the rest of Mobiglass? Hey, Wade. Um. Hmm. That very zero-looking B-win is concerning. Wow, 30K. 30K. Oh, Daniel, it's easy enough. You just park 10 feet off the ground. You send the elevator down. It's pretty much the exact same height we'd be at, just, you know, without the landing gear. Unfortunately, yep, there it goes. There it goes. Ah, of course. That didn't take, what was that, 5 minutes? Not even? Oh, right. I have to... What is it? I go to Star Marine, wait for it to start, then back out, then I can rejoin? Does it matter which one? Hey, Craig. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Yeah, Bill, you been enjoying it? Yeah, Tristan, that stupid elevator. I love the interior of the raft. I wish more ships had an interior like that. I don't even know if I chose the right option. I think this is why I enjoy just, like, reloading the entire client. I feel like this is taking a minute. Hey, Airbus. Oh, Daniel, it would totally work. You just put the ramp down. You just park where the, you know, the ramp is, you know, it just touches the ground. Yeah, I think we're just gonna reload. That's a lot easier, faster. Hey, got it checked? It sure is. Although, right now, I don't know if it's actually getting a lot of use, because we're all just kind of waiting for the refactor. Hey, Dread. Well, Dread, we're actually wrapping up right about now. I'm so sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. But yeah, we're gonna try to test this out around Microtech, which means I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Go to Euterpe first, trade around Calliope. Where do you guys find yourselves being blown over the most? So last time I did it, it was at Euterpe. But you know, Glendon, turns out even turning off the engine won't always do it. Because the last time I was at Bud's Brewery, I'd powered the engines down and lost it anyway. Honestly, Dread, I was pretty neutral. Like, it looks nice. Not like I've never been super psyched for the Merchantman. Ah. What? 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 Um, what manner of wizardry is this? Guys, I think today is cursed. I think we're just cursed today. Wow.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Well, Verse, that's the plan. We're gonna be going to at least Uterpi. Let's take the other one.
Vehicle selected. Stand
Hey, and Rise, it sure is when I've got the money for it. Although,
vehicle has been delivered.
right now, I'm a bit under the, I'm between billions. Usually it's like cutlasses, things like that, so newbies can get in and out of ships, or in and out of like Auroras, Mustangs, things like that. Right now I'm at 1.5, which would be enough to get someone into a cutlass from an Aurora. I can't exactly afford a C2 at the moment, though. I apologize. Hey, Mickey. Yeah, scientist. I'm gonna go mess around Microtech, see if I can lose a load of cargo. Yeah, Moonhopper, that was... ugh. Like, this entire playthrough is gonna be cursed now, you know? Yeah, Trash Man. Like, I always see that door and I'm like, huh. Like, what pact am I going to have to make to get through this? Well, Dread, you want to be able to check out all the planets before you shoot them with that turret, you know? Oh, thank you, Enrise. I'm sorry I wouldn't have anything for you today. I'll definitely make the money for it today, because I'm mostly testing something, and honestly, there's a good chance that I lose money on this test.
Systems on.
Hey, Ginger. You know, you could put all your extra, you know, corpses there from all the bunkers. Hey, Sarone. Hey, Toby. You know, I actually just got in. I am very late myself. I'm gonna be honest, my sleep schedule has been trash. I was up until 9 this morning. I didn't want to be. I probably should have just tried an early stream and, you know, pushed through. But summer heat mixed with usual sleep problems, ugh.
Thank you. I'm pleased visiting you.
Like, I want to be able to sleep and wake up at normal, you know, people times. It doesn't happen. It does not happen. So, Glendon, I'm going to gamble, and I'm just going to park in the air without actually landing. Like, I'm just going to park very low to the ground. And do that. Yeah. It'll totally work. Just leave the ship's thrusters on in all directions to, you know, keep it from moving. Well, see, Pablo, that's what I'm gonna test. I usually don't really do that, so we're gonna see if this is a crackpot theory or if there's some merit to it after all. Oh, Toby, we're in the C2 today. Figure we might as well test it with the largest cargo hauler I got. Yeah, see, Karis is with me. Sometimes I do that at Karis. I'll come in for an ultra fancy landing, everything goes perfect, and suddenly I bounce. And it turns out I bounced because I forgot to lower the landing gear. Mickey, I feel like you need to repeat that line about 10 more times. For the all work and no play. And, you know, here's Johnny. See, Kai, okay. I see what they were trying to do with hover mode. I didn't mind it, but I feel like they just implemented it horrendously. And Toby, you're good, man. I mean, it's very freelancer-like. You've got this, you know, roundabout mail slot. And scientists, I might. I've got a Banu merchantman in my buyback for $350, which is the exact same price as my Carrick. So I might just use my store credit and melt the merchantman and keep that. Ooh, Juki. You know, if you still have the C2, can you swap the quantum drive on it at all? And so, scientists, what it was is once you were under 50 meters per second, you no longer had airplane-like physics, and you had a sort of helicopter-style flight. The problem was, when this was introduced, you only had your upward thrusters. You lost all of the thruster power. So you were basically a helicopter, and you could only use like pitch and yaw to move around, which made things very bad. The idea of hover mode was great, that, you know, while you're under a certain speed, you have to rely on certain other things, but the implementation was terrible. Like, let's say you're just careening forward. You can't use your retro thrusters to stop. You could only nose upwards, like some sort of out-of-control helicopter. And the thing about helicopters is they also usually have a lot more visibility than this. A lot more visibility than this. They also control better. But the system was pretty much universally reviled. Now you had your outliers, you had your people that enjoyed hover mode, or claimed to enjoy hover mode because for some reason they saw it as a form of realism and valued realism above all else. But the system was discarded in, I think, 3.7? And, they've said that it will make a return after extensive retooling, but we haven't heard a peep, so I don't think it's gonna happen. Hey, Joe, good to see you, man. Yeah, Coyote. Also, yeah, to go back to that, a lot of things I know first implementations are supposed to usually not be the best, but after seeing how much time they spend on them, but yeah, Juki, with that, I don't know, that comma is a trash quantum drive. If you're gonna trade in it, I'd only trade locally. So you could do something like, you know, a fluorine run. That wouldn't be too bad. And yeah, Hunter, like, you know, I love my decoupled mode.
Quantum travel engaged.
See, Matt, I'd like to have more uses for the hover bike.
Quantum travel complete.
Now, Squirrel Lord is actually going to host a hover bike race at the river for hitting 100 subscribers. Now, since it's, you know, a race on land involving hover bikes, I'm already out because, you know, I'm going to crash and die. Hey, Taryn. Probably not the most optimal trades. I'm mostly testing wind mechanics and using trade as a backdrop. And also, if I lose cargo, I don't want it to be, you know, like $500,000. Hey, Rad Deer. Hey, Hack. Good to see you guys. Wait, Kai, that's your name, but also mine when it comes to literally any ground vehicle ever. Hey, Shorts. Yeah, it's my compromise. Like, my monitor is in 4K, but OBS throws an absolute fit when it comes to downscaling. But it seems our ISP has improved enough that I can actually stream at 1440. So every single day before I start the stream up, I reset my monitor to 2K so I can run it in borderless. And that way I don't have to downscale. Yeah, it went to, like, I don't know what it is. I just explode. Like, I can be on a flat surface barely moving, and I just explode. And Moon, not yet. Although, if I get to, I'm trying to figure out if I should just go ahead and take the Starpeo if I actually, you know, get it. Or if I should, do the study trial. Alright, so what we're going to do is just do a hover landing right about... well, right about there, actually. And we're also going to set our thrust limiter to 1. We'll see if this does anything for us. See, Dread, I probably need to look at that. Problem is, I've got a really janky monitor set up. My central one is 4K. My one to the right is 1080, and the one to the left is 2K. So this idea didn't work. Maybe I need to put on maximum thrust instead of 1 meter per second. Hey, Arbiter. Oh, you did, huh? Wait, is only using like 4 gigs of RAM? Alright, let's try this again with maximum power. Instead of putting the thrust limiter down. Ah, no. What happens if we go into the wind? Still bad. Although using the thrust limiter seems to help. I don't know how helpful that would actually be. I have a dumb idea. A really dumb idea. Hopefully the wind doesn't change. Hey, Phaedrus. Good to see you, man. Oh, man, vacation sounds nice. Oh, Phaedrus. Oh, no. I'm sorry, man. How you feeling? And Robert, you're probably right. In fact, it's already shifting. This is trash. You want to trade at Utopia, you pretty much need a whole crew to be able to do it. I was hoping I could just set cruise control to counteract it at about 2 to 3 meters per second. Yes, Coyote, yes it is. The wind is always doing that. And Trashman, I would, but I don't think VTOL is going to do much here. An Arbiter, I'm sorry. More RAM will definitely help. What do I only using 4 out of 8 though? Alright, what about decoupled landing gear angle to use ramp?
Landing gear down.
Okay, okay. Is wind here? We have wind. Okay. I was hoping the thrusters that try to counteract gravity would also counteract the wind. Unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case. Star Citizen, why? Why? Why must you be so difficult? Wow, that wind is terrible. Look at that. That's just the wind blowing us away. Run away. Run away. Run away if you want to survive. You guys remember that song? Real McCoys, like 1990s? Whenever I hear like the Real McCoy, it just always makes me think of sitting in the backseat of like a 97 Nissan Maxima. Wow, yeah, you can't even land. Alright. Yeah, Phaedrus, I was thinking the Caterpillar would be our next test. And yeah, I mean Caterpillar doesn't get blown around, right? Yeah, Fever, we really need an anchor. Like, I wonder if I could just shove my nose into a corner. Oh yeah, this will totally work.
Engines off.
We're gonna test this. Also, Titan, good to see you, man. Robert, I mean, landing pads kind of do, but the thing about buds is there are no landing pads. And yeah, Bo, technically we're at Utopia. Watch, I'm gonna exit this and we're gonna be blowing around. I hate that that's working. I mean, out of that is fair. I won't explode. We'll be fine. Oh, I forgot. You gotta goblin crouch to get in here. You know, Arbiter, back in the day, Vandal Swarm is actually all we had. We're gonna buy food. We're gonna buy the cheap stuff. Then we're gonna take it back and grab a caterpillar. Moon, you're probably right. still there. That's a good sign. Now, can I make that hop? I don't have to. Haha! Oh, sorry, Coyote. Crouch. Crouch. And if you want a Goblin Crouch, first you have to listen to Necrogoblicon. I suggest the song No One Survives. Storm is abated for now. We'll see what happens.
Engines on.
We're gonna bring the cat back here. And Andrew, why are you broke again? What happened?
Landing gear up.
Ah! Apple. You know, Apple, I believe you. They've got a whole song about that. Granted, I think their entire gimmick was, you know, they were, what's the phrase? Dressed like goblins. Or dressed as goblins, excuse me. Hey, Griffiths.
Quantum travel.
Well, you know, though, to be fair, buildings don't exactly seem to have... What's the word? Laws? Rights? For some reason, like, you can do whatever you want to a building and nothing happens. Well, see, Andrew, the wind doesn't always pop up, but when it does, even if you power engines off, especially on Euterpe, it can still toss your ship around, and it's highly annoying. Hey, Ark, nice, man. Congratulations. 3070 will be beautiful. Oh, Dragnos, no! You too, huh? Yeah, you and Phaedrus just got it over the weekend. Sorry, man. Hey, Gallic. Hey, Shunter. Oh, Andrew, I'm sorry, man. How much are you left with? Yeah, Verse? You going after all the rocks? By the way, if you want to keep making that cave money, do it before 317.2 comes out. According to the leaks, they are reducing the amount of hadanite inside all those caves. And yeah, Bo, sadly that seems to be it. Oh, my mistake, Phaedrus. Yeah, Calic, like, Calliope is rough, but you can get actual landing pads there, and I'm thinking that'll actually, you know, keep the ship anchored. I mean, I'm hoping. Anyway. Hi, Andrew, I can help you out there a little. Yeah, Keith, I think they're reducing it because you could get paid out, like, 4 or 5 times more than the actual mission. Like, if you get lucky, you could easily make over 100,000 a run in those missions. Yeah, Moon, tell me more. Tell me more. Well, that's it, Ark. It's like, yep, it's stable. Release the patching. Hey, Star. Oh, Andrew, if you're sure, man. Believe me, I know that awful, awful feeling of losing a load of cargo to something outside your agency, you know? Star, how's the rock mining been? Hey, Tin Can. Oh, Andrew, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Gallic, I also miss when they said that eating and drinking wouldn't be required, and I've had a few deaths that say otherwise.
Quantum travel engaged.
Oh, Star, I'm sorry to hear that. I much prefer Daymar. Hey, Dugan. Yeah, man. I'm bad at it, but I sure do. I mean, shoot, lots of people stream it on YouTube. Star streams it a bunch. Squirrel Lord streams it a bunch. There's a few others, but my brain basically operates on a VHS tape.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
So, if any of y'all stream it, type up in the chat, so I can also apologize for, not remembering. But you see, David, that's the thing. There are lots of times, especially on Euterpe, where even with engines off, you still get blown around. I had a whole, hour-long conniption the other day when I was chasing one that had engines off that was just tumbling. And I'm wondering if maybe it's just a C2 issue, what with its, questionable landing gear setup.
Engines off.
What does it say?
Oh, Verse, it's fine, huh? And Moon, I feel like you're right. Like, there's this weird... they clamp down on other things more than they do... They're more worried about how much money one thing makes versus the other. Hey, Siren. Yeah, Dayton. A lot of dad jokes. Well, Dugan, define insane. Because if you're talking like millions, billions, things like that, During Invictus, which was, what, about a month ago? There was a trade run that was a little overlooked, which was making ridiculous amounts of money. And they quickly nerfed it, but not before people made tons of money. And Andrew, titanium can be, but it really depends on the time that you're trading and where you pick it up from. Tell you what, once you take the Caterpillar to Microtech, I'm going to do some titanium runs. Take a look at it. Yeah, Cody, that was a chase word, all right. Hey, blessed dude, thank you, man. And I don't know about that. I don't know if my stream does it justice. I run into some weird bugs. Some really weird bugs. Oh yeah, Keith. I forgot about New Babbage's gun buyback program.
Welcome.
Very profitable.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, especially if you're in the base freelancer.
Please visit us again.
Same, Coyote. Like, they're going to wipe anyway. They say they want to test progression, but if they're going to change the economy, then the progression done now is pretty much null and void for testing purposes. Hey, Abdi Johan. Good to see you, man. Dude, I'm so sorry. I was knackered Friday evening, and I didn't even get to tune in. Like, I woke up, was like, oh, dang it, I missed him. Oh, Dugan, what are you grinding on? Are you doing missions or what? Malcolm, they have not confirmed the next wipe. My prediction is 318, but I could be entirely wrong on that. It could be as late as 4.0. Kyle, it depends on the type of wipe. So they can target certain things like company reputation, items that you have, ships, or money, or just do it all. They could do it all. It really depends on what they decide to do. Some people will just see like a progress wipe for reputation. They have a very fun way of sometimes targeting people who have exploited and wiping them. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm glad you got your sticks fixed, though.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Tell you what, Dugan, you're new to the game, right? Let me ask you a question. What ship are you in? Are you in, like, the Aurora? You in a Mustang? You in one of those?
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Dayton, what do you mean? What, I wouldn't know about what? Oh, you're on the Titan. Well, I gotta say, there are definitely worse ships to start the game in than the Titan. I will say, if you find yourself struggling with the bounties, what I would do, start doing some of the box delivery missions. Now they only pay 8,000 a run, but you can unlock higher end missions where you have to find unmarked boxes and bunkers and deliver those. They all go to one location, very easy, pays 45,000. Every now and then you will run into FPS enemies in the bunkers, but usually they can be ignored. Or, you know, you can shoot them, whatever, it's your prerogative. Oh yeah, Dayton, well, you know, Dayton, I've never actually exploited. Correct, Arbiter. If you own a ship with real cash dollars, they will not wipe it because it is tied to your account. Otherwise, that wouldn't be very cash money of them, now would it? Hey, Lenny. You could also do the skimmer missions. Those pay 20,000 a go, and you can do them in about 5 minutes. Okay, well, that's topographical exploitation. That's not economical exploitation. I mean, technically, if you think about it, I'm losing money doing that because I could be doing productive things. Good, Apple. Good, man. I'm glad. I am happy, man. Good on him. Congratulations. Heck yeah. For those who don't know, Apple Crow's dad was in surgery. Was getting ready for surgery. What in the... Where are my guns? Where in the world? Oh well, it's not like I've got a turret gunner, but that is weird to look at. Akaris, so they've got these skimmer missions pretty much in every location. They're 20,000 credits. Basically, you have to use your scanner around the comm array to find them. And you've got 5 minutes to take them out, starting as soon as you shoot the first one. And Volot, I actually did not stream over the weekend. I usually don't, just so I can... I say to have time to myself, but usually it's so I can sleep at ungodly hours. And I'm not doing bad. I'm still annoyed with my doctor because, again, my kidneys are slowly bleeding out and they're taking their sweet time. Yeah, he has, Moon. Although I probably just put them on something and then forgot. Or exploded. Apple, I would say whiskey. A ship might last longer, but a whiskey's tangible, you know? And yeah, Daniel, you're probably right. I think overall, less people hang out around Microtech. So you have an easier time cornering missions there. Hey, Zeb. Yeah, One Punch. They're very easy to knock out, and you can kind of get into like a rhythm with them, you know? Hey, Wreck-It. And yeah, Aviohan, like, it just, like, okay. Like, to do a quick recap, last time I saw this doc, it was like, hey, looks like they're still bleeding out. Like, you still got the whole IGA thing going. But there's this brand new drug called Tarpeo. Let me talk to the drug rep about how we get you some, and, you know, I'll let you know. It's like, all right, so like 2-3 weeks go by, so I call up, I'm like, hey, what gives? What's going on? Where are we on this? Like, oh, you gotta fill out the vouchers and all the information on this. We're waiting on you. Like, you guys never communicated this to me. I've been waiting on you. That's what I was instructed to do. So I filled out all the information. Like, you can fax it to us, so I faxed it to them, but it didn't go through, because their fax machine wasn't working. So Pyrite dropped it off on his way to work, waited 2 weeks, still didn't hear anything back, so I called him up again. I was like, hey, again, what gives? It's like, oh, we're waiting on the doctor to come in to sign it. He'll be in next week. Sorry, I don't know why the nurse has a Valley Girl accent in this interaction. It's like, you guys do understand, like, I know it's an incurable condition, but like, I really feel like it's not being taken seriously here. Apple, that is true. You can share the whiskey. You know, Vola, I would love new kidneys mostly so I could take things like Benadryl, melatonin, ibuprofen. You know, Pyrite, I would say that... Okay, when I worked at the pharmacy, you know, we had a fax machine, same thing. And secure my backside. Every single day we were getting spammed with full-page ads for new medicines. Using our ink, our paper, our fax line. James, I'm in the US, if you're talking about my whole interaction thing with the doctor. Hey, Raymond, good to see you, man. Yeah, Alexander, ibuprofen is a little rough on the kidneys over time, if you take, you know, like a ton of it. I skipped out on it pretty much all my teenage and adult life because I told myself, boy golly, when I get old, my kidneys will still be fine. One case of IgA nephropathy later. Yeah. Oh yeah, Vola. I mean, really, anything is hard on your kidneys. Shoot, like, it gets to the point where, you know, you can't have potassium or large amounts of protein. I mean, it gets to the point where you can't even drink a large amount of water. Like, you have to have a set amount each day. But that's like kidney failure, you know. Like, right now, I'm just in the IgA nephropathy with kidney disease. Like, I can still eat a potato. You know, I can still have chicken. In fact, I'll have chicken in a couple of hours, because it's good. Most likely on a tortilla with some onions and tomatoes. It's a quesadilla. I'm talking about a quesadilla. But I might not have that option one day. Yeah, see, Malcolm, I'm willing to trash my liver. I'm not really using that one. Alright, let's just see if I can... Let's just see if it's a C2 thing. Yeah, James. Wow, hold on. You didn't even need to have the kit. They just... What, they did it? Man, I think someone over there just needed a kidney. I think they jacked your kidney, man. Did you sue for malpractice? Yes, Wreck-It, I do have a Toby. I quite like it. It's actually great for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I feel like I use it in there more than I do here, but usually I'm not streaming Flight Simulator. So, dude, Dayton, like, okay. On the rare chance that I ever got a kidney transplant, I would totally do that. I would totally live stream it. In fact, when I went in for I had to get a kidney biopsy. I actually watched I watched a biopsy on YouTube, so I'd know what to expect. You see, Abdiohan, I've actually been thinking about getting a tramp stamp that says no take kidneys, have kidney disease. That way, if anyone ever does try to jack my kidneys, I can save the both of us some time. Oh, Apple, did that happen? Soren, it should be 16.9 for the ratio. As far as the field of view, that is a good question. I don't know. Let's find out. What is that? Is that a graphic? 86. It is on 86. I have never touched it. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of stuff to it. Honestly, though, it wouldn't even matter, because, like, all right. So, like, it's an immune thing, or immune system thing. So, like, even if I did have a new kidney, it would still most likely attack it afterwards. However, once you get a new kidney, you're pretty much on immunosuppressants for life. The way they hold the disease back is with immunosuppressants. So, I might as well just keep the ones I got and just guzzle immunosuppressants all day, you know? And Volod, it's not. It's not as common as people make it out to be. I was just going to use it as an excuse to get a tattoo. Oh, Loyal, you got the dialysis, huh? Hey, do you have the, do you have to, like, go to location, or do you have, like, the at-home dialysis? Like, do they get the plug in your stomach? Oh, Akaris, I'll do it. I will straight do it. Like, okay. I'm actually really upset that I didn't get to say what I wanted to during my last biopsy. Because, like, they went way too fast. Has that giant hill always been there? I don't remember that. Nice, Apple. Am I? Oh, wrong side. Whoops. Also, I know someone asked about the command module on the Caterpillar. It does not detach yet. Yeah, see, the Caterpillar's sitting, and I'm getting a lot of wind, but we're just going to sit here for a moment and see if it actually changes. Honestly, I think it's a C2 issue. Because it's a lot harder for that to, or a lot easier for that to get knocked off the, off its landing gear. This thing has, like, you know, 12 of them. Also, Patient, good to see you, man. Oh, Dugan, did ya? Well, this way you've got it permanently, you know? See, Sword, I've thought about widescreen, but I'm lazy and it's expensive, and I like my setup that I currently have. Yeah, Kyle, I've seen some stuff, like, it's a lot easier on the kidneys. Like, once you get to, like, kidney failure, you pretty much, you're screwed there anyway. You know what? I think I'm confident enough in the cat being stuck there. We can loot this place. Yeah! Yeah, I could always use a railgun. Couldn't use a railgun. The salvo can stay. Hey, Deadeye, good to see you, man. And yeah, Boris, the C2 just, I don't know. It's so precarious. Oh, hey, look at that. Artemix Wildwood helmet. I'm sure I'll forget to take that with me. Oh, Loyal, no. You want a wait list or anything for a new kidney? Or is it just relegated to dialysis? Okay, what about the proteins? Like, comes to a while you can't filter out proteins either, man. And patient, currently I am at Bud's Growery on Euterpe. I'm going to filter that for vehicles so I can just toss everything over. Man. A lot of good stuff here today. Ah, Loyal, I'm sorry. I've got a friend who lives in Canada. Hey, Hey! Heck yeah, Karis. Thank you, man. Welcome on in. Welcome on into the boxers, the haulers, the freighters, the luggers, the truckers. Man, a lot of these. Heck yeah, man. Thank you. But yeah, like I've got a friend who lives in Canada, and she ended up getting multiple cancers and also ended up having kidney failure, and she ended up getting a transplant. It took her, I think, like 7 years, 8 years. Like, she was on dialysis for a while. And, you know, she's still on immunosuppressants and everything like that. I check up with her every now and then. Hey, Blither. Yeah, Loyal. Because you have to limit your water intake too, don't you? I mean, Kai, what would you expect from a place called Bud's Growery? Ah, 600 milliliters a day? See, that's the thing I've been dreading. I pretty much operate on like a gremlin, you know. I want the water. Like, I am pretty much like a single guy on Instagram. I am constantly thirsty. And yeah, Volod, like, once your kidneys go, you can't filter water out. So you have to limit how much water you have in between, you know, dialysis appointments. Oh, Loyal, I'm sorry, man. Fangtooth, it's fine. I'll be back. Andrew, like, once like, you go to full-on kidney failure, like, once they just lose functionality, your body can't filter, well, pretty much anything. And water has to go through the kidneys. Once you can't pass water through the kidneys, like, onto the bladder and all that, it just kind of builds up in your system and, you know, wrecks you. That's right, Loyal. Although, to be honest, I don't know if anyone's going to actually make it to that, including old Chrissy R himself, you know. It's like, yeesh. You guys remember Answer the Call 2016? Yeah, Skill, good luck with it, man. Yeah, Loyal. Like, I've seen I went down to the, what do you call that? Dialysis clinic we have here in town to attend a few classes, dietitian, all that, just to see, you know, one, what I've got to look forward to, and just to get a bit more information, because they were years beyond the helpfulness of my current nephrologist. But they've got this new dialysis thing. Basically, you do your dialysis at home every night, plug it into your stomach. Problem is, it's a lot more prone to infections because you're the one doing it, and I don't know if I trust myself to be my own medical professional. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, I can't remember the name of it that well. I'm really bad at this, mostly because my doctor is garbage. When I first came in, when I'd already been diagnosed, you know, in stage 3 kidney disease, he basically just told me that there were people who had it worse than me, and I was basically just trying to get a check from the government. And it's like, dude, are you being a jerk about this? And then after fighting him for a while, I was like, fine, we'll do a kidney biopsy, and then bam, IgA nephropathy, and they kept me in the hospital for a week. I honestly don't know why I'm still paying to see that guy. Oh, that's fair, Loyal. That's a fair cop. Oh, Raymond! I'm glad to hear it, man. What's the bad part? Yeah, Titan, like, I have fought this guy. He is very dismissive. He puts a lot of his politics before his patients, too, which is annoying.
Hello, and thank you.
Yeah, Token, like, basically just accused me of hamming it up. And then, like, the biopsy was supposed to be like an overnight stay thing, just to make sure I was fine. And then, once they actually got the results back, they shoved me back in bed and kept me there for a week. And, you know, to be fair with the guessing, you know, medical stuff is complicated. Like, turns out the body is a hodgepodge of systems and chemicals that are constantly going back and forth, and, you know, it's real easy to basically do the equivalent of throwing a rod, you know? Titan, not really. For whatever reason, this doctor has to let me go, though. I don't understand why. Like, I've requested literally any other doctor at the same clinic, which would be nice, because it seems like my doctor is never in. He's also a real estate agent. It's like, dude, like, pick a job. Like, do you want to, you know, get people better, or do you want to sell houses? Hey, alien? Oh, man, I am sorry. You know, it's been going around a lot lately. A few other people here ended up getting it over the last week or so. How you holding up? You know, Ark, that's the weirdest thing. I gave them a 1-star review, and the review won't show up publicly. I have a ton of reviews on Google. Like, I do the whole Google Guides thing, but it's the only review I've ever had that didn't show up. I can see my review, but no one else can. Yeah, Dread. I think I'm just gonna nut up and say that I want a different doctor. Oh, Volot, I didn't pick the guy. That's for sure. Yeah, see, Loyal, that's gonna be my problem. That stuff gets expensive. Nah, Blither, dude. No. Okay, so Blither. All right. Listen, man. I don't care if you got a boo-boo. You can complain about it. Like, someone's always gonna have it worse than you. Someone's always gonna have it better than you. There's a whole section of Desiderata, which, if you don't really care for poetry, the song version of it by Les Crane has a wonderful song. But anyway, the gist of it goes, do not compare yourself to others, or you will become vain and bitter. There will always be greater and lesser persons than yourself. So listen, my boo-boo, which does suck, does not take away from your boo-boo. We all get boo-boos in life, and no boo-boo is going to detract from another boo-boo. And if you're wondering how many times I can say boo-boo, you'd be surprised. Yeah, Phaedrus, that's not a bad idea. Actually, I don't have one of those, but they don't have to know that. I'm going to assume it's there. Yeah, Loyal. Good luck, man. Good to talk to you. Oh, Alexandra, of course. Yeah, boo-boo. Ah, there it is. Sorry, Phaedrus, I just read that. Where am I? This way. Yeah, Dread, I missed the actual doctor that treated me at the hospital. That's right, David, yeah. Don't let other people invalidate your own, like... There's always going to be someone somewhere who has it worse. There's always going to be someone somewhere that has it better. Their struggles or their fortunes don't invalidate yours. That's it, Drinks. All boo-boos suck. And we could do with a few less boo-boos in the world. Yeah, Reckless, it's just like the 3 domes. Wow, food is 2 cents cheaper than the station. Ah, yeah, you see, Andrew? That's a fair cop, man. Wait, Blither, hold up. Your doctor refuses to say what? I feel like you're kind of on a timer with that, man. Can you see a different doctor? That's a little bit... Whoa. Yep, we sure do CIG and Star Citizen some justice. Work it. Work it. This music is very chill for this dance. Yeah, Stefan. We're gonna let these people be. I like how she got tired, took a breather, then started back at it again. Like, can I do that? I can't even do that fast. I see. He is perfectly in that little area. Hey, Bob. Thanks, man. Heck yeah, dude. And, I'm a chicken guy. I'm a chicken. I'm a huge chicken. I'm also a chicken guy. It just, I don't know. whenever I have like a beef quesadilla or just like a lot of like red meat, I usually just feel really cruddy afterwards. I find chicken a lot easier to eat and just not feel like I've, you know, what's the word? It feels lighter, I guess, is the way to put it. But yeah, I am a chicken guy. Yeah, you see, Blither, I feel like a lot of people end up getting like that, where it's like, oh, I'm bleeding out of my eyes, and, you know, a doctor goes, ah, well, you know, that's typical with people in your condition, and they just kind of brush it off, which I kind of feel like when your job is something like that, you become desensitized, and you forget how it actually affects people, aside from being a condition on paper, you know? Yeah, Bob, you and me both, man. Like, pollo is the way to go when it comes to a quesadilla. Yeah, brother, I've seen what can happen when that starts to go. Oh yeah, Dugan, welcome to the Cutlass Club, man. The Cutlass is an amazing ship. I would suggest, when you can, swapping out those guns. If you want to keep the gimbal, at the very least, swap the Gatlings for other repeaters. That way you can stay out in the field longer. Yeah, I've had some horrific encounters with some doctors. Negligence, lack of care. I don't go to the Malvern Hospital anymore. We've got a hospital in town, but like if I'm bleeding to death, just drive me to Hot Springs. I mean, Alexander, that's fair. Freelancer is a good ship. I just like that ramshackle look of the Cutlass, you know? Dugan, they don't sell ship weapons. Your ship weapons can be found at, some of the R&Rs. I know, what is it, Hurl 4, Cruel 5, Arc L1. There's a few others. Hey, Kevin. Also, Swifty. Good. Swift Z, I'm sorry. I butchered that. Good to see you too, man. Yeah, Dra, that's again fair. But when it's the quality of my life, like, listen. You know, if I'm gonna pay all this money each time I come here, I want proper care the first friggin' time. Yeah, exactly, Hezekiah. Like, okay, listen, my grandfather had to go to that hospital a bunch. They botched his hip replacement surgery 3 times. He's only got 2 hips. Like, how do you do that? Like, ah. And yeah, tactically, I like using the bed to, you know, regain all my food and water, too. And yeah, Volod, have a good night, man. Oh, Andrew, I'm sorry. And Vibor, I totally would. I don't get the money for that, though, but I totally would. I do need to actually get my passport, though. Passport stuff in America has been, I think it's getting more difficult as of late. Hey, Rez. And Blither, I hope it is, man, but if you can afford to get a second opinion, I'd like to see that too. Alright, we'll top off at Micah 1. Fly to Hurston, see what the price of titanium is like. But Kevin, that is fair. But like, you know, for mine, I basically have to go see a doctor every couple of months anyway. Wow, Token, really? Just because he was stubborn?
Congratulations.
Uh-huh. Hey! Thank you, man. Heck yeah, thank you. Ah. Appreciate that. Whoever you are, like and subscribe, which is literally the only way you're probably ever gonna get me to say that. Thank you, man. Oh, Blither, what? I'm sorry, man. Tactically, yeah, just random odds and ends. I was testing some wind out at Microtech, and I think really it's just the C2 that's my main issue. And, AJ, the trade is not... It's not bad. You can get some decent gold and diamond. You can also do the fluorine run. The problem is the winds are very chaotic and can sometimes just blow your ship around, or they can just blow you around and kill you. So I tend not to trade in Microtech because of that. Hey, Fence.
Is now off.
Nice, Andrew. Hey, thank you, Dugan. Heck yeah, man, I appreciate that. And yeah, man, good luck with it. Have a good one. Enjoy the cutlass. Hey, Swanee. Yeah, see, Rez, it's probably gonna be a quesadilla Monday for me. It's just, they're so big. So filling. Yeah, Dugan, it's, oh my gosh, it's somewhere in the video description. Actually, hold on. If you do exclamation Discord, that should pop up with it too. I think that's still a thing. That's not a stupid question.
Assigned landing bay.
I forget where it is all the time, and it's my channel. Yeah, Blither, I am sorry, man. Seriously. Are you gonna be able to get like a severance or anything, or? I mean, Swanee, we're talking about a lot of things, but a quesadilla is definitely one of those things we're talking about. Are they just downsizing, or what? Oh, what? That's what I get for not fixing the vertical portion. Oh, well. Oh, that was rough. That was disgusting. That's what I get for not flying over the weekend.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Blither, I hope you get it, man. That is just rough. That is disgusting. You think they would actually give, like... I don't know. Notice? Wow, this thing just has no quantum tank. Oh yeah, Raymond, I could do a lot better. That was not one of my better landings, that's for sure. That was very rough. That was amateur hour. That was also amateur hour. Sorry, I'm also very sleep deprived. I am on a total of about 3 hours right now. And I don't even think those were consecutive.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Exactly, Deadeye. That's why you should always, always, always take your vacation. Take your sick days. They try to guilt you into not taking a sick day. Remember that staffing is on them. A company will only carry you as far as they find you useful. As soon as they decide that they want to do something else, they will drop you. They do not value you, only your labor. And they don't care what name is attached to that labor. So take advantage of every single benefit you have. Oh, Token. I'm sorry, man. What a jerk the doctor was. And Ark, I just have the base in it, the Pontus. The Caterpillar's just old, though. It only comes with, like, 11,000 QT fuel. Yeah, see, Saran, I think I've given... 2? One for GameStop. One for Best Buy. Ah, Titan, that's awful. I always hate that. It's like, right, we've achieved something. To celebrate the success, let's just drop everyone who got us there. Yeah, chippers. See, like, I feel like the only place that really ever cared about me was the gun store. And that was a very tiny mom and pop ran situation. And honestly, the owner had no business being in business. Not that he was, like, a jerk. He was actually one of the nicest bosses I've ever had. His problem is that he didn't want to, screw over customers to the point where when they were trading something in, he would just give them absolutely insane value to the point where we were barely making any money off used guns as well. It's like, Jeff, come on, man. Like, you gotta increase your margins a little bit. Like, that's almost the thing. Like, he was too nice for being in a business. And I understand wanting to give, fair market value, but that's the thing. Like, when you're selling used product as well, you have to be able to take a cut for being the middleman. Like, if you're only going to make $30 or $40 profit off something like that, something that can sit on a shelf for a very long time, you got to be able to move other things as well. Yeah, Abdi Johan, I'll catch you around, man. Good seeing you. Good luck with the rest of the day, man. Hey, Misha. Oh, Apple. That sucks, man. Yeah, but that's fair. That's nice of you. Because, like, I've seen what happens when someone leaves and the company just does nothing about, you know, replacing them, even temporarily. Yeah, Titan, I've come to the conclusion that I don't think any company would sponsor someone unless you had, like, a fancy webcam to show off all their products with. I don't even know if I want to go that route, you know? Oh, Hezekiah, that's awful. That sounds like an EA acquisition. Bob, I'm sorry. Happened a bit with my grandfather like that. He, survived the Agent Orange. Oh, thank you, Matt. I mean, I think I've got a great channel because of you guys being so great to me, you know? Yeah, I can't exactly tell you about, you know, insert product here, I guess, if it's not on camera. Oh, Hezekiah, yeah, I'm sorry. Ooh, token, that sounds nice. Is it on the docket? Is it coming up for you guys? Nothing on the long range so far. Yeah, man, that's true. My second rodeo with GameStop, I walked in one day and like, hey Jack, you're gone. You can either quit or you can be fired. Like, why? It's like, you're not moving enough products. Like, I'm an assistant manager. I'm doing operations stuff.
Landing gear down.
It's like, they will cap you instantly. But that particular location is shut down now. Well, I guess there's that, but that sucks for everyone else who actually, you know, wanted a job. GameStop is an abusive company, though. Man. Dread. And as a guy, that's fair. I mean, you know, that meme stock saved them for a little bit. Hey, squirrel. Squirrel, sorry, I didn't get to comment. I was trying to sleep last night. But I did see your video this morning. Squirrel is hosting a Red River run at Microtech for hitting 100 subscribers on YouTube. And Squirrel, I don't know if it'll, you know, blink and whatnot, but you're welcome to plug that, man. That looks fun. I won't be participating because it is a ground race, and me and ground vehicles don't... Well, we don't. We just don't. Yeah, that was the thing, Hezekiah. Like, I loved working there. I like most of the people. And you know, I got my start there in 2007. And it just became more and more micromanaged as time went on. And, you know, the company basically tries to do the thing where it's like, oh, well, you're working with games. You don't need to be paid that much. You work with games all day. Don't you like video games? It's like, yeah, man, it's still a job. And it's like, we're not playing the games all day. We're selling them and organizing them and selling all your add-ons. Mikhail, I don't know, man. Like, if it's got wheels, I cannot deal. If it hovers, go for cover. Well, Raymond, the first time I left on good terms to go work at a hotel, the pay was cheaper, but I was getting away from a bad boss. And I also wanted to expand my resume, because at the time, like, you put GameStop on a resume and that's about all you had, no one took you seriously, because again, like, oh, games. You know? So I started working at a hotel, and that was a whole other snafu. Oh, Titan, I'm sorry, man. That is awful. Does that stuff actually work? Like the whole, like, improving your credit thing? And Alexander, titanium is, I don't know, like, it depends on the day and where you get it from. We just bought for $757, which is going to remove about 30k of our profit. I'm also going to take it to ArcCorp because the price tends to be a little bit better there. And this way I can go check out Humboldt's titanium. Oh yeah? You know, my girlfriend played a lot of Eve. She doesn't really get to a lot anymore. Got a bit more of a very demanding job now. But yeah, it's fun. Like, I wanted to play Eve a lot. But I wanted a game where I actually got to, you know, do all the flying manually. Because, you know, with Eve, it's more of like setting a course. And, you know, that's fine, but I wanted more of, you know, this. And thank you, man. Oh, blank, it was a total failure. I was attempting various tricks to see if I could combat the wind, especially on Euterpe, and they all failed. I was trying to use the C2 in various things, like setting cruise control against the wind so I could just get out of the ship. You know, not landing, like hovering just a few feet off the ground. Trying all that, and that didn't work. None of that worked. So if I go to Microtech, I have to take the Caterpillar. And yeah, Token, have a good one, man. You know, Raymond, I exploded a mule while very slowly loading it into the back of a Nomad. I went, look guys, it fits in a mule or a Nomad, and then it exploded. Hey Fox, yeah, we're running the cat today. Oh, Hezekiah, no hate, man. Like, listen, between Star Wars and Star Trek, usually I prefer the Fifth Element. And, you know, like, people like what they like. You don't have to like it, but it'd be really cool if you respected it, you know? Like, some people like pineapple on their pizza. Personally, I do not. And guess what? I'm not the one eating their pineapple pizza, you know? You like the Eve lore more than Star Trek? I'm not gonna... like... I'm not invalidated by that, you know? I find a lot of stuff in Star Trek to be silly. Like, how do you propagate Sith society when you have a rule of two? Like, why would you even take on an apprentice if you know one day they're just going to eventually betray you? Like... I sure would like to teach a guy to stab me one day. Like, what is that? What manner of thinking is that? So I can understand why you might find one set of lore to be better than the other. You know? And yeah, Trash Man, I like my caterpillar. The C2 handles better, but man, the cat can actually stay on the ground, you know? Oh yeah, Tide, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, like, Star Wars has a lot of lore. Doesn't necessarily mean it's all good lore. And of course, I like turtles too. My favorite turtle would be the red ear. I used to have one. His name was Spike. Used to teach him to nibble your nose for a treat. And honestly, a lot of lore only holds up as long as you don't, you know, poke it too hard. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's just there to give architecture and detail to a story. Or, you know, to be the story behind the story. What, Titan? I like Star Wars. Come on, man. Titan, I like Star Wars so much that I can tell you exactly where the holdo maneuver was employed before it was used in the movie. That's right, the holdo maneuver actually has precedent in pre-Disney Star Wars. Yeah, Hezekiah. I mean, they just had decades and decades worth of books, you know, and I know Disney got rid of it all so they could tell their own stories, but, you know, a lot of people like those books, too. Yeah, Mad. Give me a second, let me land, and I will tell you the story of how the holdo maneuver is actually old news. As in, about 12 years old news. Yeah, Hezekiah, that's fair. You know, my favorite ship in Star Wars was the Y-Wing. Mostly because I grew up with the game Rogue Squadron on N64. Hey, Harvmar. Yeah, but it has been a few days. Yeah, see, Swanee, like, every now and then, like, they'll come out with a gem. Like, Mandalorian really took off. You might say this is sacrilege, but I enjoyed the Han Solo movie. I do kind of dislike that everything cool that happened to Han Solo basically took place over the same weekend, but in general, I think they did a really good job with it. I mean, Rogue One was fantastic, but then you have things like Episode 8, Episode 9. I've also been kind of, like, I know you guys are probably going to hate me for this, but I've been struggling to get into Obi-Wan as well. Like, Crumpet and I have been watching it a lot, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it just, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm watching, and I know that time is passing, but I don't feel like a lot's getting done. And I know the chat is blowing up, I just can't read it at the moment. You guys are probably gonna hate me for that, I'm sorry. Alright. Let me, catch up here. Hey, Sibo. Yeah, see, Kevin, like, I want to like it, and I think my biggest thing, or my biggest issue with Obi-Wan, you know, coming off of all the memes that the prequels were, a lot of us are used to sassy Obi-Wan. But we don't have sassy Obi-Wan. We have, you know, broken shell of a man Obi-Wan. And for the setting, that makes sense, but it just, I feel like it could be done better. And I'm not going to spoil anything. Like, the show is... Whoa. It's alright, but it's not what I wanted. And yes, I have seen Stranger Things 4.
Congratulations.
Hmm? Hey, Kevin, heck yeah, man, thank you.
That while in the Stanton,
Thank you so much, man.
all UEE common laws are still in effect.
Heck yeah, dude, thank you. That is more quesadilla fun right there.
Retrieval system.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, I don't feel like they're giving characters enough time. Because, like, there are a lot of characters in Obi-Wan that I want to explore. But it's like they're only getting 10 minutes apiece, you know?
In the greater Area 18 metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Destination maybe.
Yeah, Harv, that's the thing. Like, they had one part where he goes, hello. It's like, you guys aren't exactly going to give us, like, meme content at all, at least? Oh, yeah, D+. I played a lot of that, mostly over at other people's houses. But yeah, alright, so Mad, let me, give me a second. I wrote this down. Let me go find it. Huh? Hey! Thank you, man. Heck yeah. Thank you, Ezekiah. Welcome on in. Heck yeah, man. Welcome to the gang. And yeah, like, the Vader scenes have been good. Like, I enjoy Vader. Alright, so Mad, what you want to do, and to go back to this, because I know it's been a few minutes, previously we were talking about the holdo maneuver from Star Wars Episode 8, and, you know, people hating on it and saying it was just pulled out of nowhere. It wasn't pulled out of nowhere, it was stolen. The holdo maneuver was actually attempted to be used in Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005. In fact, if you go to Part 2, Chapter 8, called Vader's Fist Strikes Back, you're playing as, you know, the 501st, and you come across a bunch of rebel transports that are attempting to go to hyperdrive, to warp. And the mission literally states, pilots, if they are allowed to make that jump to hyperspace, they'll rip right through us. Clear the fighters out and be quick about it. We haven't any time to spare. So basically, these transports are about to jump to hyperspace, and they are point blank on the Star Destroyer. So if they jump, they'll basically suicide through that and destroy it. So yeah, the maneuver has actually been attempted to be employed before. Hey, Bob. Thanks, man. Sorry, I was in a rant there. But yeah, thank you, Bob. Heck yeah, man. Everybody joining today. Oh yeah, no, yeah, exactly. That's it. There's no good explanation. The problem is, at the end of the day, it's a story. Like, you've got droids. Why isn't everything fought with droids? Like, there's so many things in Star Wars that don't make sense. And it's mostly because, again, you know, they want to have, like, little World War II fights in space, and they pull things out like that because it's dramatic. I mean, that's the thing, too, Kevin. They barely even have missiles in Star Trek. It's mostly all lasers, you know? Like, we can name all of, what? One time that they've used a missile in Star Trek, and that was the photon torpedo. Not the photon torpedoes. Don't hit me with that. Proton torpedoes. Hey, what's up? Oh man, I won't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody. Yeah, exactly, Krigo. Well, okay, so stormtroopers, the whole, like, them blatantly missing was them letting them go. Like, because they had a whole conversation about that where Vader was like, "Are you sure this will work?" Or like, you know, this better work. He's not a very inquisitive kind of guy. He's more of a declarative statement kind of guy. Yeah, Kevin, have a good night, man. Yeah, Dread, exactly.
With convenient connection trams across all major.
Like, you know, at the end of the day, it is a fantasy setting in space used to tell its story. So there's always going to be some sort of issue or like, why don't they do this? Well, it turns out people in Star Wars just aren't that smart. Swanee, I feel like that's like the Star Series paradox. Like, if a stormtrooper shoots at a red shirt, does he die? Bob, I have not, but I have seen Star Wars Down Under. And that was pretty good. They had laser boomerangs. Oh, X-Crossed. I'm sorry, man. Oh, dude, that is going around. Like, tons of people have been telling me they got it today. Man, I hope you're doing alright. I know you say you're doing okay, but man, I know that stuff can hit hard. I haven't got it yet. I'm still dreading it. Man, I hope it does pass quickly. Hey, 1G. Oh, really? Really?
Please be aware.
Huh.
While in this
Look at that. It goes back even further.
EE common laws are still in effect.
Neat, 1G. Thank you for that. Thank you. That, ooh, that warms my burger, you know?
Let me just wrap this up and I'll be right with you.
Hello, and welcome to Riker Memorial Spaceport. Service
Wait, what's up? Your ship isn't on the list at all?
We hope you have safe
Ooh,
travels
that's
wherever
weird.
your final destination may be.
What can I get you?
Why am I not drinking this?
Have a
Oh.
wonderful day.
Oh yeah, loudest. It's a subscriber armor.
For visiting our corps.
They actually have 3 of them. They're differently colored. I'm wearing the pink one because it seems to be the most controversial. Black sheep.
What can I get you?
Hey, nice, Jacob. Heck yeah, man. Congratulations.
Your personal belongings are your
Next cross, that's fair.
Monitor your luggage at all times.
I mean, 1G, I don't know if it'll work in YouTube because the way that links work, but you're more than welcome to, or if you want to post it in Discord, you can. Yeah, Ark, I think you're right. I got that scene in, what do you call it?
Obey all security and customs personnel.
Not Constantinople. Constantine! Where that guy keeps trying to drink water, but he can't.
Yeah, I see you.
Excuse you, rude. Ooh, Dag, that's a question right there. Honestly, Dag, either the C2 or the Carrick. C2 is gonna make way more money, but a Carrick has more group options. How big is this group? Yeah, Saron, like, my big problem with the movie was that somehow they could hyperdrive out of the ship, go have a whole side adventure, and then hyperdrive back to the ship. That part felt weird. The other part that I also didn't like was that the entire reason for them doing that ended up being a dead end narratively. Because, like, I love the character Rose. I think we need more side characters in Star Wars that become main characters, because we have too many wizards in Star Wars and not enough, you know, regular people. But they took all this stuff, they had the building blocks of greatness, and then they just wasted it. And I know a lot of people said they didn't like Rose or felt like her character was, you know, poorly written. And I don't agree with that, but, you know, I also think one of the best movies made was Tremors 3, so I'm not exactly a movie expert. Where the heck is my kitty cat helmet? Ah, there it is. But yeah, Loudest, they've got other ones that are, so you've got this black and pink one. There's a whole set like that. That just makes you look like some sort of, I don't know, Dommy cat. And then there's like an all silver one too. Ah, yes. This one. They've got a whole setup like that. Astral, I would. Deg, are all these people going to be on the ship, or are they going to be escorting as well?
For the latest travel information, be sure to check
Keith, I'll probably just head back to, like, Crew L1 and do a quick relog.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Actually, hold up. While I'm here. Wise up, every now and then you can actually find this armor in boxes, too. Yeah, see, Phaedra's like, I loved Rose as a character. I feel like they could have done a lot more with her, you know? Wait, D+, really? You got alien ships? I don't have alien ships that I know of. Let me go check. Actually, first, let me see if I can put weapons on my...
From transforming worlds to exploring the stars.
We'll just steal it from that hammerhead. We never use that thing.
Closer together. Our corp, investing in tomorrow's future.
Yeah, Titan. Like, overall, I feel like 8 was just kind of a weird...
Welcome to the ASOC
Like, 7
retrieval system.
basically did, like, an inverse or copy of Episode 4. And then people complained about that, and I guess, I don't know, maybe they panicked? Tried to take it in a whole new direction, but
Stand by.
it just didn't work out, and then 9 was just
Your vehicle has been delivered.
weird. I'm sorry. There were parts in 9 that I liked. I did not like 9.
Thank you for visiting our...
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I forgot they swapped directors. Thank you, Saron. Raymond, that's it. That's pretty much it. the whole plot to Star Wars Down Under is they're going to go fight Lord Drongo because he stole all the amber fluid. That's it. Some jerk took all the beer. That's the entire plot, and it's beautiful. Yeah, I'll check it once I get back to Krill 1. But I at least want to get there before I die of thirst that I can't stop, you know? Well, Saron, that definitely happened. They definitely subverted expectations. Kind of like how Anakin brought balance to the Force, you know? Exactly, Sibo. Like, that's the thing. I loved Finn. Like, he was a great character. He was fun. And then he just kind of got, you know, forced into the background. And just, you know, like, I've seen a lot of plot devices or just weak explanations for things. But I feel like 9 really took the cake. Like, oh no, Daddy Paups is back. How did that happen? Somehow he's returned. Like, that's it. That's all we get. That's all we get. Like, oh, Arbiter, no. Did you lose an engine too? If you've lost an engine, you might have to go to VTOL mode to be able to stabilize the ship and fly around. It'll go a lot slower, but it'll keep you from spinning out. I mean, 1G, that's how the original trilogy was too, but, you know, at the same time, they didn't have mountains and mountains of lore to build off of. They were literally making it up as they went, and also it was the 70s and 80s, you know? So, totally different standards going on. Saron, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're here to have a chill time, not a bad time. My bad. We can move on from the Star Wars stuff. Arbiter, try setting your cruise control. Or maybe just coming to a stop. If you're in a fight, you definitely want to keep moving. But if you're not in a fight, just let go of the controls and things should come back. Yeah, see, that was a thing, see, but like I hated how Snoke was just kind of like a not even like a proper misdirect. Like they never really explained Snoke. Hey, Matt. Oh, I'm still the same. Sadly, still the same. I am horrendously sleep deprived, but I'm doing all right other than that part. And that can be fixed with, you know, sleep. Like, that's another thing, like, Phasma, they talked her up, and she had all of, like, what? 5 lines? And I'm talking, like, total, together. Not like 5 appearances, or 5 separate instances of having dialogue, but I mean, like, 5 lines total. Oh, Swanee, I thought that they didn't even know if Vader was going to be Luke's dad until the second movie. Oh yeah, sure, 1G, let me pull up my phone, I'll take a look at it. But yeah, Ram, but like, that's the thing. You know, the Sith have that whole rule of 2 rule. And there were 1,000,002 Jedi. Like, what did they think balance was going to do? It's like, if there's only, like, a couple of Sith out there and 1,000,000 Jedi, who are they gonna get rid of to balance? I mean, they were too focused on fulfilling a prophecy to really stop and think the wording of that prophecy through. I see 1G. Oh yeah, man. Slushies and quesadillas, you know? And admittedly, that's a better twist. Although, I mean, Obi-Wan did almost... I mean, technically, I guess he kind of did. I gotcha, Swanee. Yeah, see, Toast, that's a whole other thing, too. But... like... I feel like with a lot of stuff like that, sci-fi is one of those genres that, while it tries its most to break down barriers or push frontiers, a lot of people who enjoy sci-fi end up being the same people who resist that. So things like Star Wars try to play it safe, and I mean that's a whole other thing, and I could be entirely wrong there too. But, like Star Trek, you know, they pushed so many boundaries as far as inclusion and diversity, and, you know, acknowledging handicaps without erasing them. Like, you know, Geordie LaForge, you know, they didn't cure his blindness. They were able to create a system where he could still see, or at least visualize things, and still, you know, have his disability. And I think that's great for being able to include a disability, mitigate it without erasing it. Even if they most likely exist in a timeline where that could be, you know, cured itself. Yeah, Titan. Yeah, they shrunk him down, you know? I mean, he didn't even appear on some of the posters. I will say, if you want some decent diversity, Owl House has been pretty good for that. I mean, granted, Disney's also getting rid of the Owl House, but that is for that's just Disney not really knowing what they're sitting on, you know? Yeah, exactly, Swatty. Like, Gene did as much as he possibly could, you know? Yeah, Mike, like, you know, a lot of people will rail against stuff like that. But a lot of sci-fi, except 40K, has been really good about promoting, you know, the differences of people being okay. Oh, Papa, I love the Caterpillar. It is an excellent little ship. Yeah, like, Expanse has done great for that. Like, The Expanse has an amazing cast of characters. And yeah, Swanee. I feel like I can never pronounce her name correctly. I never feel like I get the use right. Like, Lieutenant Uhura? Well, see, Sir, and like, that's the thing, like, you know, when you're watching it in the moment, it can be really easy not to think about it, because I don't know about you, but I turn into a popcorn consumer when I watch shows. But at the same time, I probably don't think about it because, you know, like, it doesn't affect me personally. how can I put this? Trying to figure out how to put this in words that, one, makes sense and convey what I'm thinking. All right, so I'm left-handed, all right? You don't see a lot of left-handed stuff in, you know, shows or media in general. And when you do, it's nice to really be able to see someone who's like you. You don't really think about it when, you know, it's all over the place, but when you see something that actually represents a part of you, which is really nice, it makes you feel recognized, you know? And, you know, if you guys haven't guessed, I'm white. I'm pretty pasty. I am the epitome of white. Like I said before, you plug me into hexadecimal with a color picker, you'll get 6 Fs. But, you know, for a lot of people who aren't, you know, light, bright, two shades white, you don't see a lot of yourself in things. And, you know, a lot of media, and that's been getting a lot better over the last few decades. But, you know, there's a lot of people who enjoy fantasy or sci-fi, and being able to see someone who is like you represented in that can go a very long way of making you feel accepted as a whole. Like, for example, when I lived in Austin, I'd go to Adventure League, which is basically like public D&D, pretty much all the time. And there happened to be a guy who came up one day who was a black dude who'd never played D&D before, and he wanted to. And, you know, while a bunch of people at the table were, you know, thought nothing of it, there were definitely a few people who just never really, like, they didn't really know how to act, and it was very uncomfortable. And it's like, dude, he's just a guy who wants to play D&D. Like, what are your dude's deals? And, you know, the guy brought up a point, like, he'd always been interested in stuff like that, but it never, you know, didn't pop up in a lot of the media that he watched. And, he felt like it wasn't really, not accepted, but wasn't really a big thing in his life, like, with his family. And, you know, like, that's why representation matters. One, to give people space to show that they belong in those spaces, and for people who'd never considered it before to realize that people different from them can also exist in those places, you know? Hey, Crumpet, good morning. And Saron, that's fair. I mean, like, that's the thing. It's totally different, it's different from each person. Like, you know, I don't think about my skin color much except when I'm outside and getting cooked by it, but that's more of a pastiness thing. But aside from a sunburn, mine's never really affected me in a negative way, so I don't have to think about it as much, you know. Yeah, it's a gravedigger. Like, it's you know, cultural differences too. It also depends on, like, where you've grown up. But, you know, at the end of the day, representation matters because,
Vehicle retrieval system.
you know, people belong in pretty much whatever place they want to be, unless it's the authorized personnel only section in the back of a bunker, and suddenly you're stuck in the elevator with an NPC. Oh, McNugget, why stop at 80? See, Swanee, that's how I always feel, you know? Like, just treat people as people. You don't have to understand them. All you have to do is respect them. Yeah, McNugget, that's it. I got a moon tan. Yeah, see, 1G, I never got to watch Babylon 5. I was incredibly starved for sci-fi stuff when I was a kid. Like, really, my first sci-fi movie ever was The Fifth Element. There's also, oh god. Crumpet, what is that show? What is the show? Battlestar Galactica? Is that the other one that I have to watch? Oh yeah, Newbie Scrap has been back. It goes to different places now. It doesn't go to Port Olisar anymore. You have to take it to either Arc L1, Mike L1, Hare L5, or Crew L5. Oh, really, Jose? Let's see, I didn't know that.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, Jose, for example, like, how many Polynesian people do you see represented in various places?
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered.
Yeah, see, Muzz, like, that was my first experience with sci-fi, and I fell in love with it, you know? A newbie as far as scrap goes, or money? I'm at like 1.5 right now with the, or 1.5 million when it comes to money. Yeah, what's up? I'm missing that, that cigarette dispenser that goes, "To quit is my goal." Yeah, see, exactly, and it's nice, isn't it? To be able to see more, and my apologies if I'm calling you out here, or like putting you on the spot for it. I really enjoy the captain in Wellington Paranormal. I don't know if you've got to watch that yet, but that's been a really fun show. Oh, actually, Crumpet, we probably have a lot more, Wellington Paranormal to catch up on. Bad Hands? No, I've still got the Pontus in here. I figured for the very small fuel tank we have that the Pontus is probably well enough for it. But yeah, Arik, like I need to catch up on Battlestar Galactica, Babylon 5. Like, all right, see, you guys are gonna hate me for this. I know we've spouted a lot of, you know, controversial opinions today. I have all those shows to watch. You know what this actual space show I started watching was a few months ago instead of all those? Space Precinct. It's about a bunch of space cops on a space station. It was terrible. I got 4 episodes in and finally had to call it there. But yeah, I could have watched Battlestar Galactica. I could have watched Babylon 5. I could have watched Lost in Space. I could have watched Red Dwarf. Nope. I watched Space Precinct. And it was bad. Oh, it was bad. Oh, Jose, I'm sorry. You know, crap, it's been a while since we've done Division. I need to get my suppressive fire going again. Soup can't say I have. See, Randir, I need to watch that. Cody would be so tickled if I did. But yeah, like, I've got so many shows that I need to watch. And what do I do when I actually sit down and watch a show? I either watch one I've already seen, or I just pick the absolute worst thing I could find. I mean, Phaedrus, that's fair. Yeah, Titan, have a good one, man. I'll catch you around next time. Did I just turn off my engines? I did. That's fine. I meant to hit the 9 key. There we go. So we can look at all this garbage inside the ship. And all the garbage outside the ship for those Drake haters. You know who you are. Oh, Soup, that does sound interesting. And speaking of, I don't know if you guys are RTS fans, but I've been really enjoying the new map mode in Iron Harvest. Really enjoy Iron Harvest. Swanee, I can't make that promise. I'm probably gonna go finish a couple of episodes of Wellington Paranormal. And thank you, Fever. This is the ghoulish green paint. It comes up for sale, I think, every Halloween. They have it for the Cutlass as well. That's right, Jose. As the phrase goes from Eve, in rust we trust. Ha! 1G. Well, you're in luck, 1G, because I happen to have a subscription to HBO Max. Because, Crumpet and I were watching Our Flag Means Death, and I never got around to canceling it. So, I still got it. Plus, I think Harley Quinn's on there, and it's supposed to be coming out sometime this summer, so I'll keep it for now. Yeah, my only excuse is that I'm bad. I mean, Arik, probably both, man. I don't even think I've ever seen an episode of any of them. Oh, yeah, Crumpet. 90 Day Fiancé. Now, that was Discovery. And that one was canceled, but I think they brought that show back again. Like, is the drama forced? Yes. Did they actually get anything done? No. Alright, we're not gonna mess this up this time. Like I'm still gonna mess it up, though. And we're down.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Yeah, you know, I've heard Raised by Wolves was good. Did that recently get canceled by HBO? And yeah, it was, but like, there's a lot to explore. And I take a lot of stuff in Star Citizen for granted just because I've had it for so long, you know? Oh yeah, see, Farscape. Never messed around with that. Never saw Stargate Atlantis. And Granulous, that is true. Granted, there's a lot of good cartoons out there today. Like that new She-Ra on Netflix. Oh, that was so good. Amazing theme song too. Like, okay, so you know most shows in the She-Ra demographic usually have songs like theme songs like, oh, friendship's so good.
Welcome to the ASOP
I like
vehicle
friendship.
system.
Friendship is nice. The She-Ra theme is more like, I'm going to hit you with this sword I found.
Please visit.
It is incredibly well done. Ha, soup, yeah. I have a very tenuous relationship with air traffic control. Same thing in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Mez, what's Lex about? Wait, hold on. Crumpet, was Jason Momoa in Stargate Atlantis? Or is there a new Stargate Atlantis that he was in? Oh yeah, 1G, don't tell me. I'm actually looking to watch that. Oh yeah, alright, now I have seen Firefly. I saw that back in 2009. So that one has been seen. Ah, he was in the originals, okay. Was he a child? How old is he? And Mox, that was just a quick scrap run. I bought it at Cruel 1, but you could buy closer at Hurl 3. Ran it to Cruel 5, probably made about 27k on it. Not a lot of money, but it doesn't require a lot of effort either.
Welcome to the ASOP
Tristan,
vehicle
yes.
system.
If you claim your ship, you lose the cargo in it. And if a ship despawns at an outpost with cargo, then you will also lose the cargo in it.
Vehicle
Cargo
select.
is very easy to lose. Right now, cargo is the worst way to make money. It has the slowest turnaround for profit. Well, I say that. It has the lowest way to make money of the 3 loops, and the most that you can risk. Wait, hold on, what? He was in Baywatch? How old is he? Hey, Zayn. 42? Okay, I must have a very skewed timeline of when various shows came out. Yeah, 1G, I couldn't really get into Ezra's character. $500k an hour, please, at least. Oh, Muzz, that's not possible. Literally not possible. You would be lucky to make maybe 200 to 300,000 an hour. Maybe. And that is if the stars align. And guess what? Right now, the stars are just a skybox. They don't move. They don't align. Hey, James. Yeah, man, meds have been taken. Hey, Casabear. Yeah, Swanee, I saw the new Dune. And that was a good movie. I've also been enjoying the game, Dune Spice Wars, which the title sounds a lot like a mobile game, but it is a weird RTS.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Yeah, see, 1G, like, it was very hard for me to get into Ezra's character, because like, he just felt very Mary Sue like. Like, he had all these cool powers. Like, he has the blaster lightsaber. Like, dude just feels overly done. You know, like, I know he's there to attract kids to this show, but as far as like the power array of various characters in Star Wars, I feel like he got a very uneven hand, you know, like he got the whole pot. Yeah, see, 1G, I grew up on Command and Conquer, and I didn't actually get to play Dune 2, you know, the RTS, until years later, and that was on a browser because someone had uploaded it. James, not yet. I've looked at it, and it looks interesting, but every time I look at it, I go, gee golly, I could go play Iron Harvest. And I know Iron Harvest has had a lot of issues for people, but I really enjoy the whole 1920s diesel punk setup that it has. Like, diesel Poland versus diesel Russia versus diesel Germany. And now they've got the DLC for diesel America. Because, like, listen. Poland has this unit called the Shmiali. And, it's my favorite thing. It's basically just this skinny mech holding a bolt-action cannon musket. But it's fast. You get 3 or 4 of them in a group. And, you just wolf-pack it around the map. Hitting infantry here and there, hitting the back of mechs, then fading before they can turn to shoot you. And it's just so fun. And then, like, the Russviets, like the diesel Russia, they got this thing called the Serp. And the Serp just, it's this giant mech with 2 massive scythes. And all it does is just walk up and hit people with the scythes. But it's so fun just to watch everything explode and just seeing a mech just walk through a building. Like, I don't care about architecture. Yeah, that was a nice apartment complex. Was. It's just such a fun universe. You know, Zane, I like running fluorine, but you're not going to make that much with it with a freelancer. Your best bet is probably going to be medical supplies on a freelancer. A fever every now and then, mostly by NPCs. I have been... Okay, I actually jumped into some pirates once. Because, I panicked. And that was Mongrel Squad. That was good fun. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, very rarely. I pick a lot of routes that don't get, interdicted. Like fluorine, scrap... I mean, you know, if you guys want to pirate me, you're welcome to. I'm not gonna stream sniper. Like, I'm literally streaming and advertising my location, you know, like that noise is on me. Oh, yeah, James, I did. Battletech was quite fun. Really enjoyed it. Honestly, I feel like it's done better than MechWarrior 5. I enjoy it, but the turn-based tactics of Battletech was super fun. And I really enjoyed traipsing around the galaxy, you know? Zane, I mean, the larger ship you have, as far as, like, cargo grid goes, the more you're going to make. Right now, we don't really have a quality over quantity. Literally, the more space you have, the more money you're going to make. was, you can do it. I believe in you. If it makes you feel any better, like, the box missions are very buggy right now, and that's happening to a lot of people. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, oh, it said that he'll bring balance to the Force. Like, there's a lot of you guys. And, you guys have only met one Sith in, like, 1,000 years. What kind of balance do you think you're going to get? And James, that's fair. Did you do the, did you try out the mercenary mode in BattleTech? Where you're just heading up your own company? Instead of, like, you know, the narrative? Like, it's pretty much the exact same thing. But, it's more freeform, and you get to decide a lot more. Because, like, the main storyline in BattleTech is, you know, it's alright, it's whatever. But, you know, they added the mercenary mode. Where you're just the head of the company. And, you never pick up what's-her-face. Or whatever, and, like, it ends up being more your story. Yeah, what you? That's not balance. I mean, at the same time, they were like a weird government-funded peacekeeping thing. A lot of corruption in the Republic. A lot of corruption. Ah, that's fair, James. See, I liked that, though. I enjoyed that grind, but, you know, that might explain why I liked it more. I also ended up getting all the DLC for it while it was on sale. Wait, Jose, you just parked right outside of the cave so you can just, like, relog and get it? Yes, Zane. So if you're doing medical supplies, you pretty much have to take it to a city. Other places buy medical supplies, but they have a very small, and I mean a very small, demand. So you'd have to visit multiple places to unload. Or you can visit a city and do it all in one go.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
1G, I've seen a little bit. I need to watch the entire thing. I've seen bits and pieces or random episodes, but never the entire thing. I really enjoy that they make Grievous a bit more of a real bad guy in that show instead of like the weird bumbling idiot he was in the movies. Hey, D-Bro. Alright, this is going to be our last run. I'm going to move this last bit of scrap, and then I'm going to have to wrap it up for the day. This one, I'm hungry. I basically ran late because I got started super late, and I felt bad about that, but sleep has been trash. Yeah, see, Crumpet, we should just do Clone Wars. When I say that, we got some Celasta to play. I'll let you pick. What do you want, Celasta or Clone Wars? Crumpet and I have been doing the new DLC for Celasta, and it has been amazing. Hey, Reckless, it did. We landed it, and it was not getting blown around, even with engines on or off. I think it's just because of the landing gear. You get a lot more landing gear on the Caterpillar, so it can be a lot more stable versus the C2. So all my attempts have failed. You know, 1G, I can believe that. Because we only learned one thing about Anakin from, I say that, two things about Anakin in the show, or the movie. And that was that he doesn't like sand. And, you know, from his point of view, it is the Jedi that are, what was it? Corrupt? Evil? Yeah, Zane, so if you go to, like, Microtech, around, like, Euterpe, Calliope, Clio, Microtech itself, the wind can knock your ship around. So I was testing some of the wind mechanics to see if there was a way to counteract it. And everything I tried failed. C2 is just bad ship. Bad ship. Yeah, Jose. Also, yeah, they recently re-enabled all the scrap yards, so you can actually sell scrap there now. But yeah, James, I love Celestis so much, and they've got the other classes coming out soon. So, Warlock, Bard, oh god, what's the other one? Warlock, Bard, I forget. Crumpet, do you remember what the other class was? I feel bad. Because they added Barbarian, Sorcerer... Or is that it? Was it just Barbarian, Sorcerer for the last update? James, sometimes it does anyway. The C2 just does not land well enough. And I actually had that happen the other day. I was at Euterpe, engines off, bought some cargo, ship blew it away. Yeah, Jose, that's fair. Problem is, when other people start moving in on it, and then suddenly you can't unload. It's gonna bother me. What is that other class? James, you don't happen to remember the third class, do you? Or Crumpet? Do you remember what they said they were going to add? It was Bard, Warlock. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Who was the, like, the Scottish spider guy in Clone Wars that Obi-Wan was, like, fake surrendering to? What was his name? I enjoyed him as a character, too. Oh, Fox, mining is fun. The Rock is a good way to get started. Don't have to worry about a huge investment, you know? It's like, what, 270,000? Monk, that's it. Thank you. I always forget about the Monk. I've never actually played one. General Trench. That's it. Gold, what are you saying? Are you saying that the Rock DS is useless? And the shameless grab at money? Oh wait, no, it's broken right now, isn't it? That's right. I forgot all about that.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I can look over enough. There we go.
Landing complete.
Ah, Admiral Trench. That's it. Sorry, I'm catching up now. Oh, Zane, it doesn't do anything. Here, I'll show you. It looks nice, but yeah. Yeah, Swanee, have it going, man. Hey, Glenn. Man, okay, so the Caterpillar is my favorite. Technically, the C2 is better in every way. But I like my Caterpillar. It lands easier. There is that. But yeah, I'm saying all it does is open exterior, unlock. No explosions, no go fast button. But see, Glenn, the issue is right now the C2 basically handles like a heavy fighter. It is ridiculously maneuverable. You can also bounty hunt with it. It is a bit harder to land, but it has more cargo space, more fuel. You can use a TS2 in it, and really not have to fill up for a long time. So you can get across the system faster. But the Caterpillar, it just has style. I mean, look at that. That is a beautiful ship. Look at that. It's just so nice. Yeah, RD. I hope we get the lifts in 318. See, the thing about the Caterpillar is it is called the Caterpillar because it turns you into a beautiful butterfly when it comes to trade. That's a lie. I made that up.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Yeah, exactly, Dread. Like, the Caterpillar just tells a story, you know? Like, you see it, and you see someone trying to make it up to their eyeballs in debt, one step ahead of a loan shark that's about to break their kneecaps and delete their genetic imprint from the Kelto Med Clinic. Like, the Caterpillar just tells a wonderful story, and you see a C2 and you go, ow, well, it's a C2. Nothing exciting there. Sorry, I don't know why I channeled like a Paul Lind there. Yeah, about 27K there. Like, the C2 would make a lot more money, but, you know. You know, Gold, that's the thing. I was actually the loan shark. I used to have a system back in the day where I would give people the money for a ship and they would repay me. I never received a single payment, and that's okay. That's fine. Really, I was just having to get people out of their, you know, starter ships. That's it, Akaris. Cat has soul.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
You see, Glenn, that's how I feel. That's why I fly the Buccaneer instead of the Gladius when it comes to combat. I'd rather lose in a buck than win in a Gladius.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the gate.
Alright, let's park this thing at Cruel 1, and then we're gonna hang it up. Oh, what's up? Sorry, man. Hey, there's always the skimmer missions, you know? Hey, Michelle. Whoa, okay, there we go. Sorry, for a moment I was staring at the void, and that was scary. That's right, Drake for life. Even if it ends up being the thing that takes it away. Drake for life. That's right, Gold. They're mostly my own body. And that one time I was testing out how submersible the Caterpillar was. Oh wow, Dread. Nice. I mean, that happens from time to time, you know? Like, I'll be playing and suddenly just, like, money dump. It's like, oh, this is unexpected. Hey, why is you?
You are clear to launch.
Hey, Loyal, welcome back. And that's sad, but I understand. I understand. Those are some very nice ships, you know? Ah, yes, Outer Arbiter. In fact, you can usually use a very small ship to hurt a large ship. You go fast enough, both ships will usually poof it. Oh, Zane, I've got a few different paint jobs because I'm a bit of a paint whore. I've got pretty much every skin for the Caterpillar except the all white
Thank you.
and then the black and blue one, because those are always available and they're nice and all, but I prefer my my other ones. Hey, Wave. Oh, thank you, man. And taking a break, huh? You know, 317.2 is supposed to go to PTU soon. Yeah, Raymond, that's them. That is them. And they are ungrateful. Oh, Loyal, that's actually the pack that I have. Although, back in the day, the Pirate Caterpillar was actually a zero-cost CCU, so I converted my Caterpillar in that pack to a Pirate Caterpillar. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So Arbiter, it won't hurt the ship, but you will most likely get a crime stat when you murder that person. They press charges. But if you just need to, like, boop a meat sack into the next dimension, then, you know, it totally will work. Yeah, exactly, Glenn. Like, I've done a lot of stuff, but I do enjoy trucking in the game, you know? Really, Raymond? Yeah, Crumpet, those aren't betting odds. I don't feel like there's enough odds there for the player to come out on top, you know? Gold, the only difference is that the inside is red instead of green. That's it. Oh, and you got some tally marks on the outside, but that's technically part of the paint job. Hey, Fat Fingers. Yeah, Crumpet, that's how you make a meat paste. Which reminds me, I should probably call my quesadilla guy here in just a second. I say that, he's not like my own personal supplier, he supplies the whole city, but that's why I gotta call him. That way he has actually still got chicken left by the time I put my order in. Because, like, I'll call sometimes, like, hey, man, can I just get a chicken quesadilla? He's like, oh, buddy, I'm sorry, I'm all out of chicken. I got steak, though. And steak's nice, it's just... it's not chicken.
Landing gear down.
Michelle, we'll probably just do a reverse landing. That's what we've been doing a lot of today. And I scuffed one earlier, so I've been doing a bunch just to, reclaim my honor. Actually, why don't we just do an unmanned landing? Ah, yeah, Arbiter. Sadly, no. Sadly, no. Good idea, but no. Yeah, Crumpet. Arbiter, let me ask you, do you have a college degree? Because if you do that, then you'd be a smart bomb. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. That was bad. Even by my standards, that was really bad.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Yes, Zane, there is. It's called the Mantis. You can actually pull people out of quantum or stop them from jumping entirely. Alright, let's actually get some room, because I'm going to need space to run down here. Alright, so we're going to set it for 37. About there. Haha, did you, Strider? I mean, Gravedigger, I've got a few standards, usually just not in joke telling, you know. Oh, Zane, it should be. Hey, last week's was different because the door was still closed. It was just invisible. Oh, yeah, Randy, I saw that. Like the whole, like, mathematics and everything. Oh, my God, we are way too high. Like, we're going to land. It's just going to be rough. Crazy? I'm not crazy. This has been tested lots of times. Although I'm always over to the left. I need to fix that.
Complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Yeah, really off to the side. Jeez. Remind me to up the speed from 37 to 42 so I can slide further. Loyal. That's pretty good, Loyal. And thank you, Astro, although I was very off. Very off. Oh yeah, Loyal? Which one? Hey, Artemis. Yeah, wait, I've been listing to the left, doing those a lot. Nah, 42 would give me the speed to go further up. Ah, getting the Gladius, huh? Loyal, I don't know if it's gonna help, but they're having some month-long event in July. Something Foundation... Friend Foundation Celebration. Basically, it's about helping other people, volunteering, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And, one, they're doing some ship giveaways, but I'm pretty sure it'll be another excuse to sell things, get free skins, and stuff like that. But that might draw more people in, and you might be able to do something with that. Alright. So we've parked it, we've stored it. We've done all our stuff for the day. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Oh, thank you, Crumpet. If you want to see who uses the Mantis and things like it, Crumpet has just linked the Mongrel Squad's stuff, and they're really good at using those tactics. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. And I'm gonna go track down a quesadilla. Because I like quesadillas. Who doesn't like quesadillas? People who don't like quesadillas, that's who. So guys, please enjoy yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Or at least as much water as you can. That is healthy for you. And be nice to each other. And if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, please stay cool. So, until next time, keep on trucking. Have a good night, guys.